Yesterday, a series of newspapers reported that Kylian Mbappe had reached an agreement with Real Madrid. It can be said that it was a day of mixed emotions for PSG. In the National Cup, they just defeated the humble Team US rival from the sixth tier of French football with a score of 9-0. In that match, Mbappe scored a hat-trick. However, after the game, PSG received sad news when newspapers and YouTube channels photoshopped images of Mbappe wearing a Real Madrid jersey. Santiago Ana, a journalist from Foot Mercado, declared that Mbappe has just agreed with Real Madrid on preliminary terms. When his contract with PSG expires this summer, the 25-year-old forward will move freely to Bernabeu because by then, he will face no obstacles. This year, Mbappe's departure will be smoother and easier than the previous season when he had to deal with numerous difficulties. At that time, he repeatedly expressed his intention to leave by stating that he would not extend his contract. Club president Nasser Al-Khelaifi openly expressed dissatisfaction with the player, stating that Mbappe did not need to talk about the contract so much. Meanwhile, PSG responded by removing Mbappe's images from outside the football field. Everything was set for a farewell, but surprisingly, PSG retained Mbappe for another year. Perhaps at that time, Real Madrid could not afford it as they were demanded up to 200 million euros, while they had already spent 120 million euros on Jude Bellingham, leaving them with limited funds. Mbappe's contract with PSG will end in June 2024, meaning that since January 1st of this year, the 25-year-old star officially entered the last 6 months of the agreement. According to transfer rules, Mbappe is free to negotiate with clubs to find a potential destination. In 2022, Mbappe was in a similar situation and was believed to have agreed to join Real Madrid. However, in May, he betrayed the promise, deciding to extend his contract with PSG. Those at Bernabeu were shocked. Nevertheless, the relationship between the two parties continues. According to The Athletic, Mbappe frequently communicates with President Florentino Perez as well as coach Carlo Ancelotti, who recently extended his contract until 2026, and several other players at Real Madrid. This has led to the return of Real Madrid this time, with the determination to turn the dream of owning Mbappe into reality. However, learning from the failed attempt in 2022, the Spanish royal team made it clear to the French star that if he wants to come to Bernabeu, he must decide within the next few weeks, no later than mid-January 2024. On the PSG side, the Parisian club still hopes Mbappe will change his mind, confidently believing that no other club can make a better offer. Real seems unable to do so. As the construction costs of Bernabeu continue to rise, Los Blancos are forced to cut expenses and try to control the wage bill. Even the income of a star like Jude Bellingham is not overly extravagant. It is this player who revealed to friends that he had rejected many attractive salary offers to wear the Real Madrid jersey. Right after Santiago Ana, a journalist from Foot Mercado, spoke out that Mbappe had finalized all agreements with Real Madrid, everyone hoped that the Mbappe-Real love story had a beautiful ending. But no. Through his representative, Mbappe declared that no new agreement had been reached with any other club, amid speculations linking him to Real Madrid appearing across Europe. It was all deception. No deal about Kylian Mbappe's future. No deal about his future. No influence could determine the timing, reflection, and decision of Kylian Mbappe. Immediately, reports of Mbappe going to Real became less convincing. But one must sympathize with them. We all know that Mbappe has been a Real fan since childhood, and the club has shown too much goodwill. Perhaps never in history has Real had to pursue a player for such a long time. However, yesterday, we did not report this because, with scrutiny, one would immediately recognize it as a rumor. In the transfer market, Foot Mercado has never been in the category of highly reliable information. If it were confirmed by Fabrizio Romano or The Athletic, there might be a higher likelihood of accuracy. Furthermore, this deal, which seemed straightforward, actually has quite a few obstacles even if Mbappe is allowed to leave for free. Le Parisien insists that the agreement between PSG and Real can only be reached around the amount Mbappe receives, and in reality, a consensus on the deal is far from being reached. Real recently implemented a salary structure, meaning even players like Jude Bellingham only earn around €10 million per year, the highest for that player. New contracts have to align with that hierarchy, and Mbappe's high salary demands are currently a barrier that neither side is willing to compromise on. The way out of Mbappe's contract is an increase in performance-related bonuses. The number of games in a season, titles won, or goals scored could bring the figure up to €100 million, potentially helping Real fit Mbappe into their wage structure. Currently, Mbappe earns €25 million per year at PSG as a basic salary. The significant gap between gain and loss makes it difficult for Mbappe to make a financially advantageous decision. Staying at PSG, he naturally lives comfortably even without significant achievements. However, to move to Real in search of Champions League glory, he would have to cut down on his earnings. Nevertheless, Real Madrid, regardless of the supply and demand gap, continues to communicate with Faisal Al-Mari, Mbappe's representative and mother, although there is no indication that the story is nearing its end. This time, Real Madrid will not put all their eggs in one basket with Mbappe, and they also feel that both Real Madrid and PSG are unwilling to pay exorbitant wages for this money-hungry young man. Therefore, Madrid continues to open its arms in anticipation without promising anything in this difficult economic situation. Real Madrid appears quite confident about signing Mbappe without necessarily securing the French player's contract. The team's good form and the explosion of Jude Bellingham mean that Real will be more resilient in making money with Mbappe compared to 2022. Other headaches include reasons such as Mbappe not being a favorite among Real fans. In 2022, when almost everyone predicted that Mbappe was preparing to join Real on a free transfer, he unexpectedly extended his contract with PSG until 2025. Mbappe's decision angered Real fans. Some burned their jerseys, while others mocked Mbappe after Real officially eliminated PSG from the Champions League and won the title that season. Furthermore, the next issue is the risk of overshadowing Vinicius, Mbappe's preferred position as a left-wing forward, but at Real, Vinicius currently occupies that position. The development of Vinicius in the past 2 seasons has reduced Real's need to buy Mbappe. The 22-year-old Brazilian forward scored 22 goals in the 2021-2022 season and 23 goals in the 2022-2023 season, contributing significantly to a La Liga, a Copa del Rey, a Champions League, a Spanish Super Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, and a FIFA Club World Cup. If he moves to Real, Mbappe may have to accept playing as a center forward, a position that does not suit his natural speed. Mbappe himself has mentioned feeling most comfortable playing on the left wing. Real has also given the number 7 shirt to Vinicius. The Brazilian forward inherited the jersey number from Eden Hazard, who recently left the club. Mbappe's decision has put Real in a difficult situation. If they buy Mbappe, they cannot give him the number 7 shirt he wore at PSG. The Madrid team also cannot give him the number 10, which belongs to Luka Modric. Mbappe wore the number 7 at PSG and the number 10 for the French national team. However, if he joins Real, he may have to accept a different shirt number. In summary, dealing with a player like Mbappe, who is resilient, understands his value, and holds full control over his future, this transfer is causing a lot of headaches. Additionally, there are rumors that he is considering a move to the Premier League as a free transfer, with Liverpool being considered an ideal destination. Once again, this is TD Sports. If you find this video interesting, please support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel for the latest and most engaging sports news. See you in the next videos.